at an English fair. One evening I was there when I heard a showman shouting underneath the flare, I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. There they are standing in a row. Big ones, small ones, some as big as your head. Give 'em a twist, a flick of the wrist, that's what the showman said. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Every ball you throw will make me rich. There stands me wife, the idol of me life, singing roly bowl a ball a penny a pitch. Singing roly bowl a ball a penny a pitch. Singing roly bowl a ball a penny a pitch. Roly bowl a ball, roly bowl a ball, singing roly bowl a ball a penny a pitch.
Welcome to Ecchi August. I'm the Cat Boy, and here to go ahead and talk to you about what I promised you last week, Eiken, also known as Eiken Club. Now, a few things about this. This is as close to hentai as you possibly can get. I know I said that with Kekko Common, but I will show you the back. Okay? There's boobs galore in this. Not only is there boobs galore, there are shots of panties. There's not shots. There are full-on times where you are seeing nothing but panties, bootay, and I will tell you one thing. Right back here, this character right here, the one with the biggest boobs, I think, she's usually running out without any underwear. So yeah, as close as you can get to hentai in this. Let's get into it a little bit. It was a manga, not very well received. It was sent over here to the U.S., but just like Kodomo no Jikan, which is also known as Nymphet in the U.S., it wasn't received very well, and you can't really find it that well anymore. Mostly because of course, the blatant sexuality in it. With Eiken, it's mostly a lot of big old titties, or as some people call them, tig old bitties, and a lot of close contact, talking about how they want to do each other, and just situations, which we'll get into. Same thing with the other one, Nymphet, only the whole thing about it is you have a grade school girl who wants to have sex with her teacher. So, that's what we're doing. In this, it starts out with Daisuke, which is the kid right down here at the very bottom. You notice he's the only guy. Excuse me. You see him, he's very excited to go to school there. He starts walking along, and then trips and falls on the main female character, Miss Asahina, I believe. Oh, Chiharu, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of something else. Chiharu. Chiharu is a very well-endowed young lady who it looks like she can't wear bras, because in this is another one of those jiggle factors where, the wind could blow them and they go like that, or up and down like this. So yeah, it's... And just like every anime, when he trips, he falls on her and he's grabbing. She runs away. Of course, he gets to see her panties, which is a little bare on him. And she runs away and is very, very embarrassed. That is when he is basically drafted into the Eiken Club by this purple-haired girl named Kikira, or Misano. Kikira Misano. We're going to call her Misano just because I want to. Misano has tig old biddies, and she's the one who doesn't like to wear the underwear. And she usually puts her tig old biddies on top of Daisuke's head. Usually puts, splashing him in some way, putting her sitting on top of his head. Again, like I said, she's not wearing underwear, so it's there, full contact. In the anime, they do put underwear on her. You get to see that quite a bit because her skirt basically goes almost at ass crack level. Okay, I mean that's as short as it is, and she's got thigh-high stockings, which seem like they're cutting off the circulation to the rest of her leg because you've got like that much of an indent on that leg. So those of you who don't know, I actually do a lot of I deal with medical supplies, and if I saw somebody with something like that, I would think they'd have major swelling of the leg and have problems. So back to this, he's brought in. He's basically told he has to do whatever the Eiken Club tells him to do, which is fine with him. He's surrounded by beautiful women who 9 times out of 10 either want to make him do things that he gets to see certain naughty parts of them, or he is doing something where they are nearly naked. There's a lot of losing in with that, but still, for a young man in school, I know myself, if I was a teenage kid and somebody told me, hey, you're going to be in this club surrounded by women with tig old biddies, and they're going to flash you all the time, you're going to see, all this stuff, I'd be freaking stoked, okay? Spanker vision right there. As we go along, you get to meet the others in the group. All of them except for, of course, there's a little girl who looks like she's a 6th grader. She is. She's their science, head of their science department. Which, of course, why wouldn't you have the 6th grader be the head of the science department making giant mecha? You also have a person who's in a bear suit who does not leave the bear suit through the entire series. And you have a lady who, the description for her is she's an American who was born in China, so she's now in Japan, and she does fortune telling. So yeah. And then of course you have, it's just a bunch of different people in there, in the group. There is a teacher who, she keeps on saying that nobody notices her, nobody knows her name, and she's never given a name. Never. Even in the manga, she's just known as teacher. There is this one girl who has tig old biddies who is very short. I can't remember what age group she said she was, but it was not 16 years old. She has huge eyebrows and big glasses. So she kind of reminds me of Karl Marx. Not Karl Marx. She kind of reminds me of the Marx Brothers, Groucho, with the big old eyebrows. So it's kind of that part's kind of disturbing to me, unless of course that is your thing. Now, as they go along, you find out that Daisuke needs a present for Chiharu. This is because her birthday's coming up on Monday. Well, how do you do this? Well, there is a cash prize for the school games. What's the school games? I'm ignoring that over there. What's the school games? The school games... One moment, just in case. Sorry about that interruption, people. I had a message I had to pick up. Nothing important, luckily, but I wanted to make sure. Anyways, the school games. They say that you're going to get a cash prize for the school games. So, of course, he and the rest of the Eiken group decide to go ahead and join for the games. Now, they really haven't won any of the games, but they're going in there, they're going to go ahead and do it. The first event is bungee jumping. And the key is when you bungee jump, you go down and you're supposed to grab a flag and then pull back up. Extra points if you hit the ground. You know, no school would ever be able to ensure any of this at all. But they do it. Well, the announcers for this, there's one, they are wearing basically the school outfit on top, but on the bottom it is a platform like this, and you see it's a skirt, and they're showing off their underwear underneath. One is got a hat on with air sticking out, the other one's got hat hair as well, but she's going like this because she's got the finger mustache. Holy shit, a finger mustache. Those are the announcers. First event for the bungee jump, our Groucho Marx, big boobed character, is the one to go ahead and actually take that event. Mostly because when she bungee jumps, the boobs hit the ground, she grabs the flag and she goes back up. So they get extra points since she hit the ground. I'm sorry, those things are huge. And they're constantly going like this in her all the time. I watched it with my wife and I thought, you know, this lady would constantly have major back trouble. If not, just running would cause her back to just snap. Holy shit. Next event is you're going to go down a slide. Doesn't seem that hard. But you're going to go down a slide and you have to have everybody holding hands or holding each other in some way. Now the slide is filled with yogurt. Now, when they go down the slide, if anyone lets go, then you're disqualified. And there's a lot of things like they drop you, really fast spinning. Well, what happens in this, we have Chiharu, Densuke, the teacher, and one of the other characters, Chiharu's sister, who, this is a weird thing about the translation between manga and the anime. In the manga, you find out that this girl is Chiharu's sister. In the anime, she keeps on calling Densuke brother, Oni-chan, which I can understand because a lot of times when you're talking to somebody and you're really close to them, you call them Oni-chan, big brother, Oni-chan. Or in the case of students, sensei, my sensei, hello sensei, upperclassman. It's like sensei kuno, upperclassman kuno. Oni-chan, Oni-chan kuno, big brother kuno. So I think that's where they got the translation mixed up. So because it's kind of freaky because her sister, Chiharu's sister, is trying to get into Densuke's pants. And she's not shy about it either. She will literally go up to him and say, "Here, grab a hold. Oh, does it feel good? Oh." Now I mention this because the slide. On the slide, they go down. And every twist and turn that you miss on them, something happens. First one, the teacher is behind them and is holding, but her skirt is, her pants are riding down, her skirt is coming up. Chiharu, his hand is in her shirt, grabbing onto her bra. His other hand is in Chiharu's sister's mouth, and she's sucking on him very erotically. And they're all covered from head to toe in splotches of white yogurt. Now, this reminds a lot of people of a hentai scene where the bukkake, getting it on the face. And I will not lie, that's what it looks like. missed one. They fall into another thing. They come back out. Teacher's almost naked, except for, of course, bra and panties. This is an ecchi, not a hentai. Chiharu is now sucking on Densuke's toes, and they're pushing against her shirt. She can't let go because if she lets go, they're disqualified. His hand is all the way up in holding on to Chiharu's sister's breast, squeezing it, and she's holding him, and then she's kind of pulling it down to her crotch level. Now the final drop, I mean, I won't tell you exactly how the position they're in, because if I do, I feel dirty just watching that portion. But they finally pull in. They win because they made it to the bottom without letting go, but everybody lets go at the very end, but they still win. And there's a scene where the teacher is laying, floating. Her pants are all the way down. Her shirt is off her head, so you just see her in her panties and her bra. And she spits up some of the yogurt and goes, "I drank too much." And this is what they were going for. They were going for the ultimate, we make this as man sauce, make it look like that. And in fact, the first time I watched this, I will not lie. First time I watched this film, I thought that's what they were going down. I didn't catch that it was yogurt. And it was just wrong. Now, after this, Chiharu's shirt has been split open. Her boobs are free. Even the bra is gone. It's shredded. Densuke tries to apologize. She just runs off. She's crying, and she meets up with a man with blue hair, nice suit. His name is Kurosawa. Kurosawa tells her that he will protect her. And that's the end of that episode. Next episode, they're at the beach and everybody's in a swimsuit. First event is basically a relay. First relay they get to, it is you have to eat a banana. Now, you can't use your hands eating the banana. You have to lean down and the banana. Well, the first two people to get there is one of Kurosawa's, because he showed up with a bunch of maids, blue-haired maids. Think Amy from Sailor Moon, but in very revealing maid outfits. Shows up, she tries to do it, but she says, "I've never had one this big." And that's when the Chinese-American girl shows up and says, "Oh, don't worry, I'll show you how to do it." And she takes it all the way down. This is another thing I'll bring up. There's a lot of phallic jokes in this, especially from our purple-haired leader, Kurika. She is constantly eating something phallic-shaped. There's even a scene where she is eating a banana with the tip. Banana tip. The tip is dipped in chocolate, and I had to stop it a few times and tell my wife, look what she's doing. So all the girls know how to do this. Oh God. The next girl is the girl with the tig old bitties that has the Groucho Marx eyebrows. She nearly smacks herself in the face with them as she's running. So they get in last place. And finally, it's the sixth grader, the science major, to go ahead and win it, and she gets in the mech and wins it. A few more events happen. A lot of it is just showing, the other guy looks like he's going to win, the blue-haired guy. And in fact, they actually meet up. Everybody meets up, and he says, "Look, if I win, I get Chiharu. She comes with me, and she will be mine." And Densuke's like, No, you can't do that. If we win, she's ours. Okay. And he laughs because he is the returning champion. He's been in America this entire time studying. He's come back to defend his title. A few more events. Nothing really of note between them. Densuke is in a girl's swimsuit with a little dilemma bobber in his hair and a ponytail coming out this way. Don't know why, because you think, okay, well maybe it's because they all have to wear it. No, Kurosawa's in a male swimsuit, so the final event is a two-person ride down a banana on a slide. So they're bringing back the slide. You have to go down the slide, and it's full of chocolate. I think they said yogurt, but it was hot chocolate yogurt. And so, of course, we're going back to the yogurt. They have to go down. They, the other team, the only other team that wins is Kurosawa's team. So he has him and one of his Amy maids. They're on the bananas, and they say anything goes. So you can go up there and you can smack the person off, do whatever you want. You just have to hold on to each other. As soon as you let go, you are disqualified. Now, there's a lot of scenes where they're going downhill. They are holding on to each other. There is a scene where her bottom is in Densuke's face. I mean, everything is just, they look in the most perverted situation. However, Kurosawa and Amy made look like they have no trouble whatsoever. It's almost like they wanted to get into this situation. They finally get to the final drop, and that's when everybody except for Densuke gets thrown off, and he has to reach up for Chiharu, and he can't do it without letting go, so he lets go and grabs her to save her. It ends saying that nobody won that year, but they got a consolation prize. They all get to go to a hot spring. There, Chiharu and Densuke get a moment alone. The rest of the group is watching on, saying how, she's lucky, and that they've got to really work it next time. Also, they say that they knew that they had a peeper the entire time, which was Kurosawa. He had planted cameras all over the place and knew about their strategy, and was trying to use knowledge he had about a fortune telling that was given to Densuke against him. So that's Eiken. That's just 2 episodes filled with boob jiggling, very, very raunchy jokes, and more than anything, just makes you wonder, how they didn't have to do much more to be a hentai for that. I mean, honestly, just one insertion. I mean, one finger going a certain way, and that would have been considered hentai. It would no longer be 16 and older. It would be an non-rated item. Now, as for a story, okay story. Not too heavy on like the pornography. Excuse me, not pornography. The images of the women with the big boobs. I mean, I gotta say, it's kind of weird because I'm sitting there, I'm looking at it, I'm thinking most of these women must have really bad back issues because they have no support whatsoever. There is no such thing as a push-up bra in this universe. Everybody is jiggling with the wind. And nobody has any shame. No shame at all. There's a scene where Chiharu's sister is completely naked and offering herself directly to Densuke and saying, "Big brother," because again, it's a translation thing. "Big brother, take me, take me." He says no, because he loves Chiharu. He doesn't want to, do anything to hurt her. And that's the whole thing. It's just, the love between Chiharu and Densuke. And as per the manga, it later goes on, Densuke gets to meet Chiharu's mother, he gets to meet all these other people, her brother, and everybody's trying to jump Densuke's bones. Everybody is trying to jump his bones in that show. So it's basically like, if you want to go this way, think of Tenchi Muyo without the space opera and superpowers and everybody with big boobs. And you have watched Eiken Club. So, that's it for Ecchi August, except for actually one thing. Next week we are going to do one more ecchi thing, but it's not really an ecchi thing, and it's not really something I was going to planning on doing, but this is something more of a birthday present for my wife. She loves Golden Boy. So, those of you who know about Golden Boy, we are going to go over it next week. She is actually going to join me in doing it, so you'll get to see her. This woman I've been ranting and raving about, saying the love of my life. So, we'll see you next week for Golden Boy. If you have any questions, anything, give us, go ahead and post down below. Happy to go and answer anything. You can leave me an email at catboy_@_the_con@yahoo.com, or just go ahead and, like I said, comment below. We're happy to go ahead and answer any questions. If you have any comments, leave them. I'm happy, even if there's something like, "You suck," because I don't care. I just want to do these and have fun. You know, that's what this is all about. And if one day I finally have the budget of like Michael Bay to make things explode around me, I'll do it. I will fucking do it. So, yeah. See you later. Sound wave!